Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from Seattle. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, starter in the NFL.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those front, the nose tackle, the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. From the red zone now, Smith. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Walker. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work. They learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that one an 8. Span 75 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action, it's Darnold. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Darnold now to throw. Side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there in a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 42. Number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Joseph's got it, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting...
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the gun, here's Smith. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, Darnold, he sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To try again after the sack. Smith, a quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Powell on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over first and 10. And out now come the Vikings. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Again, Darnold. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first and 10, Darnold. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Sam Darnold as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you. as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half from the 6. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on second down. They'll go again here with Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Darnold. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Now Darnold. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Off of play action, Darnold. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold finds his tight end Oliver here outright. Touchdown! Josh Oliver from a yard out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. This complete to Lockett.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again on second down. Smith returning right back to Lockett. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Now it's Smith. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Geno now to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 54 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
According to next-gen stats, his top speed on that was better than 20 miles an hour. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Right back to him on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Chandler. Oh, no, he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow. That ball was not for him, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A little extra pressure with this one for Greg Joseph. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now because a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's a run with Akers on second down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give this to Akers running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, 35 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Joseph now to have the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew he was going to...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Ready up.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. And they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation. The 4th quarter, you come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now a give. Akers running left. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere.